In this video I'm going to show you how to fill a large raised bed for free. Right, okay, so I've been sent a raised bed by VEGEGA to review, and I'll put a link in the description box below to their website and various raised beds and things, so check that out. So this video is going to consist of opening this, setting it up, building it, and the second half of the video is going to be me filling it. So I'm going to tell you how to fill a raised bed essentially for free. So I'm going to get this thing opened and see what we have inside it. So we've got some flat panels, some, I guess, reinforcement parts, I imagine, some sort of metal bars which I imagine will be more kind of reinforcement, bits to put, maybe attach either side to, I'm not sure. I've got the curved parts. Oh, it's really heavy. Some nice little gloves, the trim just to go around the top, and I imagine this is the nuts and bolts and things. So let's get rid of the box and let's try and put this thing together. Build the whole thing and use all the panels. I do have some spare panels. If I was to build the entire thing, it would be huge and just not practical for where I want to put it. That being said, you're getting a lot of product, you're getting a lot of stuff, and you know, you can create a big raised bed here. You can kind of build it to different shapes that suit your area. Now, I think this one was a U shape. And it just, as I say, it didn't fit where I was going to put it, so I've had to adapt it a little bit, and I can extend it and make it a little bit bigger. But there are a couple of things worth noting when you do build it. Now, when you are constructing your shape, it's worth just doing the top and the bottom bolt rather than doing a whole lot and deciding, well, you might need a new shape. Get the basis of it built first just by using the top and bottom bolt, then you can go through and put all the bolts in. One other thing, it's worth getting a little kind of screwdriver just to to hold it in place while you screw it in, and that allows it to get it screwed quite tight. Right, okay, so that was part one. Now I'm still undecided of where I actually want to put this. I'm so tempted to make a space for it in the allotment, so join us in part two and we'll see where it ends up. So it's not going in the allotment, it's staying where it is, so I'm going to have to put this trim on, which all you do is just push it in place, and that obviously gives it a nice neat finish and protects you from the sharp edge. Okay, so I'm fortunate enough to have a lot of material, most of which is well rotted, so I'm going to tell you the basic principle of filling a raised bed. Then you can adapt it depending on what you have available. Okay, so you want to start off with cardboard, and you can build on grass, weeds, concrete, pretty much any material. And we're going to start with the basic principle of the lowest level should take the longest to rot down. Level 1 is cardboard, and you've got to make sure you try and take off all the tape. Level 2 is wood, so branches and sticks. I try not to go over 1 or 2 inches in diameter. Level 3 is chopped leaves, so you can fill the gaps left by the branches and sticks and fill that right up. The next level would be plant waste and food scraps. The next level after that would be manure but not fresh. or leaf mould that's on its way to rotting down, and the top layer is always either compost or well rotted organic matter. And if you have a really tall raised bed, I would suggest levels 3 and 4. You can put quite a lot of material here, and I always like to leave the top layer about 6 inches deep. Right, okay, so you want to start off with the cardboard, and you want the cardboard to overlap. You can put a couple of layers on if needs be. If the area of ground that you're building the raised bed on is full of weeds, you would need to trim those down first. Some people water the cardboard in and water each level. I don't personally, I don't find it makes that much difference, but that's entirely up to you. Second level I've used here is sticks and branches and things. It's just things I've had lying around, so you can put a little bit more down than this. But as I say, it's just depends what you have lying around, and this is what I've decided to put in. But it's important to remember here what we're not doing. We're not creating another compost pile. Now the top couple of inches in my compost bins is material that is quite fresh, so I'm using this next. I personally aren't putting any food scraps in here, but obviously you can. And you can see here it's starting to take shape now with the different levels, and I do like to trample it down and compress it, and that way you can get a lot of material in the bed. And then it's just a case of using whatever materials you have available and filling it up. Now this is leaf mould that has been in here about 2.5 years, and you can see this is well rotted, so I will use this near the top of the raised bed, and because I've got so much, a lot of this raised bed will be used up with leaf mould. And if you've got a lot of well rotted material, there's no reason to say that you can't use all of that for your raised bed. It just might get a little bit pricey if you're using compost for all of it that you have to buy in. So I've got this filled now, and I'm just taking out twigs and sticks and a few little stones on the top layer there, and yeah, that's how to fill a raised bed. Right, okay, so that's all filled up. So what do I think? Well, it takes a lot to fill it. I've done this for free because I've got a lot of material. If you were to fill it up purely by compost, it would cost you, quite a little bit of money. It's not cheap, but just by building it, you can see that it's really good quality. This isn't flimsy; it's made of good, strong stuff. And yeah, if you've got that sort of money to spend on your allotment or your garden, I'd say this is something you'd want to buy. You can get different heights and different shapes. It's especially good if you're a wheelchair user or if you have a disability. Because this is the smaller one, you can get them kind of up here, which is perfect height if you are in a wheelchair. It's got a lot of plus points, and you do get a lot for your money. Now I got one sent to me, as I say, that was bigger than this. I didn't use as many panels. This is ample, and you can really grow a lot of veg or flowers, in an area here. And it's easy to put together as well. It comes with everything you need. So final thoughts, as I say, if you've got the kind of money to buy something like this, I'd strongly recommend it. I've got discount codes below in the description box as well. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check out the channel, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys.